The key to living a successful and fulfilling life is not found in a single moment of inspiration, but in the continual application of strategies that move you closer to your goals, day by day. Let us consider 10 proven strategies that you can begin implementing today to get your life in order and create a foundation for future success. Clarity of purpose is the foundation upon which every successful journey is built. Without a clear understanding of where you're headed, it becomes nearly impossible to navigate the challenges and obstacles that life inevitably presents. Many people go through life without a true sense of purpose, drifting from one activity to another, reacting to external circumstances rather than taking control of their own direction. This lack of clarity is one of the main reasons why many people struggle to achieve their goals, or even worse, never attempt to pursue their dreams in the first place. When you have clarity of purpose, you have a guiding light. It acts as your North Star, always pointing you toward your true destination. It's the compass that ensures you're making decisions that align with your values, ambitions, and long-term objectives. It helps you set priorities, make choices, and take actions that move you closer to the life you envision for yourself. Without clarity, you're simply guessing, and more often than not, you'll end up wasting time and energy on things that don't truly matter. Clarity begins with self-awareness. It requires a deep understanding of who you are, what you truly want, and why you want it. It's not enough to say, "I want to be successful," without defining what success means to you. For some, success might be financial independence. For others, it might be a fulfilling family life, a career where they can make an impact, or the ability to travel the world. Success is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It is a deeply personal vision, and until you define that vision, you'll be working without a clear goal in mind. One of the most powerful ways to gain clarity of purpose is through reflection. Take time regularly to assess your values, passions, and skills. What activities make you feel alive? What do you care about most in this world? What are the unique strengths that you bring to the table? The answers to these questions will help you uncover what truly drives you and guide you toward your purpose. Journaling is a useful tool in this process, as writing down your thoughts helps clarify your inner desires. Clarity doesn't just come from thinking, it comes from action. You need to take steps, even small ones, toward your vision in order to refine your purpose over time. As you move forward, you'll learn more about yourself and what you truly want. In fact, your purpose may evolve as you grow and encounter new experiences. The key is to stay open to learning, to reassess when necessary, and to be willing to pivot if the original goal no longer aligns with your authentic self. Setting goals that reflect your purpose is essential. When you know what your purpose is, you can create specific, measurable goals that bring you closer to realizing that vision. These goals act as milestones on your path and keep you accountable, helping you track your progress and stay motivated. Without them, it's easy to lose sight of your destination. It's also important to understand that clarity of purpose doesn't eliminate challenges or difficulties. Life will always present obstacles, but when you know your purpose, it becomes much easier to keep going despite setbacks. Purpose gives you resilience. It gives you the strength to keep pushing forward when the going gets tough, because you have a reason to keep moving ahead. It fuels your determination, helping you stay focused even when distractions arise. Clarity of purpose is a key to unlocking your potential. It enables you to live intentionally with passion and direction. When you know where you're going, every decision becomes a step toward your ultimate destination. Life's most successful individuals are those who have taken the time to discover their purpose and have aligned their actions with that purpose. By gaining clarity, you set yourself up to achieve not just success, but a life filled with meaning and fulfillment. Time management is often considered one of the most critical skills for achieving success. In a world filled with distractions, endless tasks, and competing demands, how you manage your time can be the difference between reaching your goals or falling short. Time, unlike money or other resources, cannot be regained once it is lost. And this fact alone underscores the importance of mastering time management. The ability to allocate your time effectively can allow you to accomplish more, reduce stress, and create space for the things that truly matter. Time management is about making deliberate choices about how to spend your time in ways that align with your goals and values. It's not about squeezing every possible task into your day, but rather prioritizing what truly matters and eliminating the noise. Many people waste time by being reactive rather than proactive, allowing external factors, be it email, social media, or the demands of others, to dictate their schedules. When you fail to control your time, you end up becoming a passenger in your own life, always chasing the next urgent task rather than driving towards your long-term objectives. One of the first steps in effective time management is understanding your priorities. If you don't know what matters most, how can you focus your time on it? Begin by identifying the tasks and activities that will move you closer to your goals. These are the things that align with your purpose and bring you closer to the life you want to create. On the other hand, you must also be able to recognize time-wasting activities that offer little value. This might include mindless scrolling through social media, attending meetings that don't contribute to your objectives, or engaging in activities that provide temporary satisfaction but do not advance your long-term success. A powerful tool in time management is creating a daily schedule or to-do list. Mapping out your day in advance helps you visualize what needs to be done and allocates time for each task. This practice not only reduces the chances of overlooking important tasks, but also creates a sense of accomplishment as you check off completed items. A to-do list serves as a reminder of your goals for the day, helping you stay focused and on track. Another key aspect of time management is avoiding the trap of perfectionism. Often people delay tasks or spend excessive amounts of time on minor details because they want everything to be perfect. While striving for quality is important, perfectionism can lead to unnecessary delays and wasted effort. Instead, aim for progress, not perfection. It's better to complete a task to the best of your ability and move on, rather than getting caught in the cycle of rework and refinement that ultimately slows you down. Effective time management also requires learning to say no. Many people struggle with this because they fear disappointing others or missing out on opportunities. However, the truth is, by saying yes to everything, you dilute your focus and compromise your ability to devote time to what's truly important. It's important to protect your time by setting boundaries and understanding that saying no is an act of self-care. By choosing not to engage in tasks that don't align with your goals, you free up time for things that will move you forward. That help automate the repetitive tasks of daily. When you establish habits, you don't waste energy deciding what to do next. You simply follow the pattern you've created. Routines, whether in the morning, during work, or before bed, create consistency and help you maintain focus and efficiency. It's the small, repetitive actions that, over time, lead to big results. Managing your time well means taking care of yourself. Rest, relaxation, and self-care are essential for maintaining productivity in the long run. If you constantly push yourself without taking breaks, burnout is inevitable. A well-balanced life with time allocated for rest and rejuvenation ensures that you remain energized and motivated. Time management is more than just scheduling tasks. It's about making intentional decisions that reflect your priorities and purpose. When you learn to manage your time effectively, you take control of your life, allowing you to move toward your goals with confidence and clarity. The discipline of time management ultimately helps you create a life that is not only productive, but also aligned with your values and aspirations. By making the most of your time, you can accomplish far more than you ever thought possible. Self-discipline is the bedrock of success in any area of life. It is the ability to control your actions, emotions, and behaviors in the face of temptations and impulses. Whether you are pursuing a career goal, improving your health, or striving to develop new skills, self-discipline is the key that unlocks progress and achievement. Without it, all the talent, potential, and dreams in the world will fall short. It is the driving force that keeps you on course, even when the road gets tough and the immediate rewards of your efforts are not yet visible. Self-discipline is about mastering yourself. It requires the ability to make decisions that align with your long-term goals, even when short-term desires or distractions try to pull you off. Many people struggle with self-discipline because they focus on the immediate gratification of momentary pleasures, whether that's the lure of social media, procrastination, or indulgence in unhealthy habits. However, it's important to recognize that the path to lasting success is often paved with delayed gratification, the ability to forego something now for something better in the future. One of the primary benefits of self-discipline is that it enables you to build consistent habits. Success is rarely about isolated actions. It's about the small, repeated efforts that compound over time. Whether it's committing to exercise every day, studying a little each evening, or consistently following through on your work commitments, self-discipline creates habits that bring you closer to your goals each day. Now, these habits built over time become second nature, and eventually you will find yourself moving toward your desired outcomes almost effortlessly. Self-discipline is not a trait that you are simply born with. It is a skill that can be developed with time and effort. Like building muscle, self-discipline requires consistent practice and persistence. It starts with making intentional choices to push through resistance and stick to your commitments, even when it's difficult or uncomfortable. So, over time, as you build your self-discipline, it becomes easier to make decisions that align with your goals because you've strengthened your willpower and self-control. One of the most important ways to cultivate self-discipline through the power of planning and organization. When you have a clear plan with specific actions and timelines, it's much easier to stay disciplined. A plan serves as a roadmap, guiding your actions and making it less likely that you will deviate from your course. Without a plan, it's easy to become overwhelmed by distractions, and self-discipline becomes harder to maintain. A well-thought-out plan allows you to focus your energy on what matters most and avoid wasting time and effort on things that are not aligned with your objectives. In addition to planning, you must also learn to manage your environment. The people you surround yourself with, the tools you use, and even the spaces where you spend your time can all impact your level of discipline. If you find that you are frequently distracted by your phone, for example, consider setting it aside or using apps that limit your screen time. If negative influences or toxic relationships are hindering your ability to stay disciplined, it may be necessary to distance yourself from those who do not support your growth. Your environment plays a critical role in shaping your behaviors, so it's important to cultivate surroundings that encourage focus and productivity. Equally important is the need for self-compassion. It's easy to be harsh on yourself when you slip up or fail to meet your own standards. However, self-discipline doesn't mean perfection. It means persistence. When you fall short, it's crucial to acknowledge the setback, learn from it, and refocus on your goals without giving in to self-criticism. The key is to keep moving forward even when you encounter obstacles or experience moments of weakness. True self-discipline is not about never making mistakes. It's about continuing to push forward in spite of them. The rewards of self-discipline are profound. When you consistently take action toward your goals, even in small ways, you begin to see tangible results. This success reinforces the habit of discipline, creating a positive feedback loop. Over time, self-discipline becomes less of a struggle and more of a natural part of who you are. It becomes an automatic response to challenges, a reliable way to stay on track no matter what life throws at you. Self-discipline is an essential ingredient in achieving success and living a life of purpose. It empowers you to stay focused on what matters, build meaningful habits, and push through challenges that would otherwise derail your progress. By developing your self-discipline, you gain the ability to create a life that is not dictated by fleeting impulses, but rather by the purposeful actions that will lead you toward your dreams. With consistent practice, self-discipline becomes the force that propels you forward, creating a life of achievement, fulfillment, and lasting success. Mastering the mindset is the foundation upon which all success is built. The way you think influences the way you feel, the way you act, and ultimately the results you achieve in life. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world, your challenges, and your opportunities. It shapes how you respond to setbacks, how you perceive your abilities, and how you approach every situation. Therefore, developing a powerful and positive mindset is one of the most critical factors in determining whether or not you will achieve your goals. A mindset can be either a powerful ally or a formidable obstacle, depending on whether it is shaped by a growth-oriented, positive perspective or a limiting, negative one. People with a fixed mindset often believe that their abilities are predetermined and unchangeable. They may avoid challenges for fear of failure or give up easily when faced with adversity. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset believe that abilities can be developed and improved with effort, practice, and perseverance. They view challenges as opportunities for growth and are not discouraged by failure, but instead see it as a lesson that brings them closer to success. Mastering your mindset starts with understanding the power of your thoughts. The thoughts that you consistently think shape your reality. If you believe that you are capable, resourceful, and worthy of success, your actions will align with that belief. However, if you constantly doubt yourself, focus on your weaknesses, or expect failure, then your actions will reflect those beliefs. This is why it is essential to become aware of your thoughts and how they influence your behaviors. The first step in mastering your mindset is cultivating self-awareness about the thoughts that run through your mind, particularly the negative or self-limiting ones. Once you become aware of negative or limiting thoughts, you can begin to challenge and reframe them. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," reframe it to, "I haven't mastered this yet, but with effort, I will." Instead of seeing failure as a setback, try to see it as a stepping stone to success. Reframing your thoughts in this way helps shift your perspective from one of limitation to one of possibility. It encourages resilience, perseverance, and the belief that you can always improve and evolve, no matter where you start. Another essential component of mastering your mindset is learning how to control your emotions. Emotions are powerful, and if left unchecked, they can derail your progress. A strong mindset involves emotional regulation, the ability to respond to emotions in a way that supports your goals rather than hindering them. For example, when faced with stress or anxiety, you can choose to pause, breathe, and reframe the situation rather than reacting impulsively. By taking a step back, you create space to make thoughtful, intentional decisions rather than being driven by emotional impulses. This emotional control allows you to stay focused on your long-term goals, regardless of temporary setbacks or difficult situations. Another powerful way to strengthen your mindset is through the practice of gratitude. It is easy to become focused on what's going wrong or the obstacles in your way, but shifting your focus to what is going right can dramatically change your outlook. When you regularly practice gratitude, you train your mind to recognize the positive aspects of your life, even amidst challenges. This simple practice helps you maintain a positive mindset, reduce stress, and stay motivated to keep moving forward. Gratitude also fosters resilience, as it enables you to appreciate the lessons that come with difficulties, rather than becoming consumed by frustration or negativity. A mindset of abundance is also essential to mastering your thinking. Many people live with a mindset of scarcity, where they believe there's not enough opportunity, success, or resources to go around. This mindset breeds competition, envy, and fear of failure. In contrast, a mindset of abundance believes that there are endless opportunities for growth, and that others' success does not diminish your own. This perspective allows you to approach life with a sense of optimism and openness, knowing that the world is filled with endless possibilities. When you adopt an abundance mindset, you become more willing to collaborate, share, and take risks, knowing that success is not a zero-sum game. Mastering your mindset requires consistent practice and discipline. Just like developing a physical skill, strengthening your mindset takes time and effort. Positive thinking, emotional regulation, and reframing negative thoughts all need to be practiced regularly. It is not enough to just learn about mindset. You must embody it daily. This requires being intentional with your thoughts, staying present, and committing to personal growth every day. Over time, your mindset becomes more resilient, flexible, and aligned with your goals, allowing you to face challenges with confidence and pursue your aspirations without hesitation. Mastering your mindset is an ongoing process of self-awareness, emotional regulation, and reframing limiting beliefs. By choosing to adopt a growth mindset, focusing on positivity, and practicing gratitude, you can transform your thoughts and attitudes to support your success. A powerful mindset is one of the most important factors in achieving your goals because it shapes every decision, action, and response. By investing time and energy into mastering your mindset, you are building a strong foundation for lasting success, resilience, and fulfillment. Overcoming fear and procrastination is one of the most significant challenges anyone can face when striving for success. Fear and procrastination often go hand in hand, creating a powerful barrier that stops people from taking the actions necessary to reach their goals. Fear paralyzes action, and procrastination prolongs the inaction, creating a vicious cycle that can be difficult to break. However, understanding the roots of these obstacles and applying specific strategies to overcome them can unlock your potential and allow you to make consistent progress toward your goals. Fear often manifests in many forms. Fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears can be deeply ingrained and may have developed over time as a result of past experiences or negative conditioning. The problem with fear is that it is often irrational. Many of the things we fear are not as dangerous or as insurmountable as they appear in our minds. When we allow fear to control us, we make decisions based on imagined outcomes rather than real possibilities. The fear of failure, for example, can stop us from trying new things or stepping outside of our comfort zone. The fear of judgment can prevent us from expressing ourselves or pursuing opportunities that could lead to growth. In most cases, the reality of the situation is not nearly as intimidating as we perceive it. The first step in overcoming fear is to acknowledge it. Rather than pretending it doesn't exist or avoiding it, face your fear head on. Ask yourself what you are truly afraid of and assess whether that fear is based on reality. In many cases, you will find that your fears are exaggerated or rooted in past experiences that have no bearing on your present circumstances. Once you bring your fear into the light and confront it, you can begin to reduce its power over you. Remind yourself that fear is often a natural response to stepping into the unknown, but it is not an insurmountable obstacle. Another effective strategy is to reframe your perception of fear. Rather than viewing fear as a sign to stop, try to see it as a sign to move forward. Fear is often a signal that you are about to take on something important or something that will help you grow. Instead of allowing fear to paralyze you, use it as fuel to propel you into action. Embrace the discomfort that comes with fear, knowing that it is a necessary part of the process toward achieving your goals. This shift in mindset can help you take action in spite of fear rather than being held back by it. Procrastination, on the other hand, is a product of avoiding the discomfort that comes with starting or completing a task. It often occurs when we feel overwhelmed, anxious, or unsure about how to begin. Procrastination can lead to feelings of guilt, stress, and frustration as tasks pile up and deadlines approach. The root cause of procrastination is often a lack of clarity or a fear of failure. If we don't feel confident about our ability to succeed, we may delay taking action to avoid the possibility of failure. In other cases, we may procrastinate simply because we are unsure where to start, leading to a cycle of inaction. Overcoming procrastination begins with breaking tasks down into smaller, more manageable steps. When faced with a large project, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the scope of it. However, by breaking the task into smaller pieces, it becomes much easier to take the first step. Instead of thinking about the entire project, focus on one small task that you can accomplish today. This creates a sense of momentum and makes it easier to continue moving forward. Starting is often the hardest part, and once you begin, the task will seem far less daunting. Another powerful strategy is to use the 5-minute rule. This rule involves committing to work on a task for just 5 minutes. Often the thought of working for an extended period of time is what triggers procrastination, as it feels like a huge commitment. However, when you tell yourself that you only need to work for 5 minutes, it becomes less intimidating. Once you get started, you may find that you want to continue working beyond the 5 minutes, and the task will feel much more manageable. Time management techniques, such as setting deadlines and creating schedules, can also help overcome procrastination. Having a clear structure in place ensures that you prioritize the most important tasks and allocate enough time to complete them. By making your tasks visible and setting realistic deadlines, you create a sense of accountability and urgency that can reduce the tendency to procrastinate. Developing self-compassion is crucial in overcoming both fear and procrastination. People often procrastinate because they fear they will not meet their own high standards. The same goes for fear. It often arises from a desire for perfection or a fear of judgment. However, perfectionism is a form of self-sabotage. Understand that mistakes and setbacks are part of the learning process, and it's okay to take imperfect action. Be kind to yourself and recognize that progress, not perfection, is the goal. When you let go of the need to be perfect and embrace the idea of learning and growth, you reduce the pressure that fuels both fear and procrastination. Overcoming fear and procrastination is essential for personal growth and success. By confronting your fears, reframing your thoughts, breaking tasks into smaller steps, and practicing self-compassion, you can break free from the cycle of inaction and fear. Each small step you take in overcoming these obstacles brings you closer to realizing your full potential and achieving your goals. Remember, fear and procrastination are not permanent conditions. They are challenges that you can learn to manage and overcome. With consistent effort and a shift in mindset, you can take control of your actions and begin to move toward success with confidence and purpose. Continuous learning is a fundamental aspect of personal and professional growth. It is the practice of constantly seeking to acquire new knowledge, skills, and experiences throughout life. In a rapidly changing world where technology evolves, industries transform, and societal expectations shift, continuous learning is not just a luxury, but a necessity. It enables individuals to stay relevant, adapt to new challenges, and maintain a competitive edge in their careers and personal lives. Without a commitment to ongoing learning, you risk stagnation, while those who embrace it are constantly evolving, improving, and becoming more capable. Continuous learning is about cultivating a mindset of curiosity and openness. It is the recognition that there is always something new to learn, and no matter how much you already know, there is always room for improvement. This mindset empowers you to seek out new opportunities, explore different perspectives, and challenge your current understanding of the world. By maintaining this curiosity, you remain engaged with the world around you and continue to grow as a person, professionally and personally. One of the key benefits of continuous learning is its ability to enhance adaptability. In today's fast-paced world, change is the only constant. Whether it's the emergence of new technologies, shifts in the economy, or changes in the workplace, staying ahead of the curve requires the ability to learn and adapt quickly. Those who are committed to learning are better equipped to navigate these changes. They see challenges as opportunities to grow rather than obstacles to avoid. Instead of being overwhelmed by new situations, they approach them with a sense of excitement and possibility, knowing that the knowledge and skills they acquire along the way will help them succeed. Learning is also a tool for boosting confidence. The more you learn, the more competent and capable you become. As you acquire new skills and knowledge, you gain the confidence to take on new challenges, make informed decisions, and tackle complex problems. This growing sense of self-assurance often leads to greater opportunities and an increased willingness to step outside your comfort zone. With each new piece of knowledge, you expand your horizons and open the door to possibilities you may not have previously considered. One of the most effective ways to embrace continuous learning is through a habit of reading. Reading exposes you to new ideas, perspectives, and concepts that can challenge your current way of thinking. Whether it's reading books, articles, research papers, or even blogs and online courses, there is an abundance of resources available for self-education. Reading not only provides knowledge, but also enhances critical thinking skills, as it encourages you to analyze, question, and reflect on the information presented. Through reading, you gain a deeper understanding of various subjects, from history and science to leadership and creativity, all of which can have a profound impact on your personal and professional life. In addition to reading, seeking out new experiences is another powerful way to foster continuous learning. Attending workshops, seminars, or conferences, networking with people from diverse backgrounds, and traveling to new places all provide opportunities to learn in real-world contexts. These experiences expose you to different cultures, ideas, and ways of thinking, broadening your understanding and providing fresh perspectives that can be applied in various aspects of your life. Continuous learning also plays. In today's competitive job market, the demand for new skills is ever-growing. Industries are constantly evolving, and the skills that were relevant a few years ago may no longer be sufficient to keep up with the demands of today's workplace. By committing to ongoing education, whether through formal courses, certifications, or self-guided learning, you ensure that you remain competitive and prepared for the next phase of your career. This dedication to learning can open doors to new job opportunities, promotions, and career shifts that may not have been possible without expanding your skill set. Continuous learning fosters a sense of fulfillment. It taps into our innate desire for growth and improvement. When you engage in learning, whether for personal enrichment or professional development, you experience the satisfaction of becoming better at something and mastering new challenges. This sense of accomplishment can boost your motivation and help you stay focused on your long-term goals. The more you learn, the more you realize how much potential you have to continue growing, and this realization can be a powerful motivator to keep pushing forward. It's also essential to recognize that learning doesn't only happen through formal education. Life itself offers endless opportunities to learn, from the people we interact with, to the challenges we face, to the mistakes we make. Every experience holds the potential for growth if you approach it with a mindset of learning. By reflecting on your experiences, seeking feedback from others, and actively looking for lessons in everyday life, you can continuously expand your knowledge and skill set. Continuous learning is not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about developing a mindset that values growth, adaptability, and improvement. By staying curious, embracing new experiences, and seeking out opportunities to expand your knowledge, you set yourself on a path to lifelong success. Whether for personal satisfaction, professional advancement, or the joy of discovery, learning should be an ongoing process that never stops. When you commit to learning continuously, you unlock your potential to achieve greater things, adapt to change, and lead a more fulfilling life. Commitment to excellence is a mindset and a practice that permeates every aspect of life, influencing not only what we achieve, but how we achieve it. Excellence is not about perfection, but about striving to be the best version of oneself in every endeavor, consistently aiming for the highest standards in both small and large actions. When we commit to excellence, we set a benchmark for ourselves, one that drives us to continuously improve, take pride in our work, and maintain a sense of responsibility and integrity. This commitment is what separates those who reach their full potential from those who fall short of it. The foundation of excellence lies in dedication and discipline. It's about consistently putting in the effort required to be the best, even when the results are not immediately visible. Excellence is built on the idea that every action matters and every task, no matter how small, is important in the grand scheme of success. People who are committed to excellence understand that mastery and achievement require sustained effort over time. They don't shy away from the hard work that is necessary to reach their goals. Instead, they embrace it, knowing that every step forward contributes to their growth and development. Commitment to excellence also involves a mindset of continuous improvement. Those who strive for excellence understand that there is always room for growth. They seek opportunities to learn, adapt, and evolve, no matter how skilled they already are. This mindset fosters a sense of humility, as individuals recognize that no matter how much they know or how skilled they become, there is always something new to learn. A commitment to excellence means actively seeking feedback, embracing constructive criticism, and using it as a tool for self-improvement rather than a source of discouragement. Part of the commitment to excellence is maintaining high standards in everything you do, from the quality of your work to the way you conduct yourself. It's about being consistent in your efforts and showing up every day with the intention of giving your best. Whether you are working on a large project or handling a routine task, approaching it with a mindset of excellence means focusing on the details, putting in the extra effort, and ensuring that your work is of the highest possible standard. It's about setting goals that challenge you to rise above mediocrity and pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. Excellence is never about doing the bare minimum. It's about doing the best you can with what you have and continually striving to improve. One key aspect of this commitment is resilience. The pursuit of excellence is not without its challenges and setbacks. There will be moments of failure, disappointment, and frustration along the way. However, those who are committed to excellence do not let these moments define them. Instead, they view setbacks as opportunities to learn, adjust their approach, and continue moving forward. This resilience is essential in maintaining momentum, especially when the path to excellence is not easy or straightforward. It's the ability to persist in the face of adversity and to keep working toward your goals, even when progress seems slow. Excellence is driven by a sense of purpose. People who are committed to excellence are deeply motivated by the desire to make a meaningful impact. They understand that their work has value, and they approach each task with the intention of adding something of value to the world. This sense of purpose gives their efforts direction and helps them stay focused on the bigger picture. It's easy to become disheartened when working toward a long-term goal, but a clear sense of purpose provides the energy and motivation to continue even when the going gets tough. Commitment to excellence is also tied to personal integrity. It's about doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, and staying true to your values and principles. People who are committed to excellence understand that their actions reflect who they are and what they stand for. Excellence isn't just about achieving success in external terms. It's about maintaining a high standard of honesty, accountability, and responsibility. It's about being someone who others can rely on and trust, and who consistently follows through on their promises and commitments. Commitment to excellence is about self-mastery. It's the discipline to do your best, not because someone is watching, but because you have set high standards for yourself. This commitment doesn't just apply to professional achievements, but to every aspect of life, personal relationships, health, personal growth, and even how we treat others. Excellence is about taking pride in everything you do, regardless of whether or not it is recognized by others. The process of striving for excellence becomes its own reward, creating a sense of fulfillment and pride that comes from knowing you've done your best. Commitment to excellence is a continuous process of striving for the highest possible standards in everything you do. It involves discipline, resilience, humility, and a constant desire to improve and learn. It is not about perfection, but about consistently giving your best effort and taking pride in your work. When you commit to excellence, you elevate your life to a higher level of achievement and personal satisfaction. This commitment fosters growth, builds confidence, and leads to a sense of purpose and fulfillment. In the end, the pursuit of excellence is not just about what you achieve, but about becoming the best version of yourself along the way.